Cameroon's Minister of Territorial Administration, Paul Atanga Nji, known by many as Molinex, to others as Sheriff, has openly come out and defended what his ministry said at the Constitutional Council that led to the disqualification of one of Cameroon's main opposition leader, Professor Maurice Kamto. Now, at the Constitutional Council, Elections Cameroon stipulated that the MANIDEM party, under which a revered politician, one of the main opposition leaders, Professor Maurice Kamto, was invested in, that the party had internal squabbles and that there are two camps in the party. And so therefore, that was why they had to reject the candidacy of Professor Maurice Kamto and that of Yebga, who actually applied for that same party as a presidential candidate. Now, it came the turn of the Ministry of Territorial Administration, because it is Cameroon's Ministry of Territorial Administration that has the best certificate that recognizes which party is legal, which is not legal, and their various representatives. So when it came to the time of the Ministry of Territorial Administration, they affirmed that they know Diodene Yebga as the president of MANIDEM party. Diodene Yebga is a man who came at the dying minute to submit his candidacy under MANIDEM after Professor Maurice Kamto had been invested by Anicet Ekane, whom until the last day of the submission, we knew he was the legal representative of MANIDEM party. However, the Ministry of Territorial Administration affirmed that they know about Diodene Yebga. So when they made this announcement at the Constitutional Council, a lot of Cameroonians were not happy. They said that this indicates that a fraudulent activity may have been conducted and they needed clarification. So the Constitutional Council acted in order, in variance, or acted according to what had been given. Now, Minister Paul Atanga Nji, many people ask the question that if the Ministry of Territorial Administration is claiming that they recognize Diodene Yebga, not Anicet Ekane, then why has the Ministry of Territorial Administration been giving subvention or been sending correspondences to Anicet Ekane as the rightful heir of MANIDEM party? That has been the question they have been asking, that if today the Ministry of Territorial Administration is alluding to the fact that Diodene Yebga is a legal representative, why is it that the ministry has been the one sending correspondences to Anicet Ekane, whom at the time his name was on the official website as the president of MANIDEM party? So it now prompted Minister Paul Atanga Nji to officially come out and clear the air. So Cameroon Sheriff Paul Atanga Nji said to RFI, Radio France International, that the ministry recognizes Diodene Yebga as the legal representative of the MANIDEM party, thereby puncturing that of Professor Maurice Kamto. In his word, Minister Paul Atanga Nji, Cameroon Sheriff, he said, I quote, "I don't need to present the documents at one point. He was in charge, but at the time the candidacy were submitted, the legal representative was Diodene Yebga. He is the one we recognize. The law has spoken and we must accept it." That is Cameroon Sheriff. So, ladies and gentlemen, those of you who think that Mr. Paul Atanga Nji is telling a lie, you should provide a document. Those of you who think that Mr. Paul Atanga Nji is telling the truth, we leave it to your consciences. It is left for you to determine which side is saying the truth. However, there is an issue here, and I addressed it in one of my videos. That was yesterday. Some of you came and you were attacking me that I'm speaking with two-sided mouth or water in my mouth. Let me be clear to you that if you divorce your wife and you give your wife a divorce certificate, she ceases to be your wife. But if you send your wife away, packing, your wife goes and spends 10 years outside without divorcing that wife and giving her a valid certificate, that wife by legally is recognized as your wife. That is a case of MANIDEM, where Diodene Yebga was sent away by the elected General Assembly, but he challenged it in court that General Assembly lacked the merit to remove him as the legal head of the party. So when he challenged it in court, the procedures is still in court. So General Yebga simply went. And as things will have it, MANIDEM started a romance. And Anicet Ekane started a romance with the ruling party. And so the court had not given the final verdict. So the matter died down, but the matter was still in court. No court had ruled. They had never even had one ruling to even talk of an appeal. So at the moment, he went to court, and because of the fact that the Ministry of Territorial Administration, decided to take